Welcome to another Saturday morning of Caribbean TV. Hope you enjoy our show. We get started with the song Na Manu, Na Manu by Lata Mangeshkar from the film Ganga Jamuna. And here sending out special 80th birthday greetings to my aunt Zelina Misser from your loving husband Harry, your children Nadira, Riaz, Rose and their families, your grandchildren and great-grandchildren, also your nieces, nephews, many relatives and friends. May Allah grant you good health, happiness in the years to come, and we love you.
Are you buying or selling a home or business? Then you need someone who knows the market and can negotiate persuasively for you. That person is Anton Jiva, broker at Remax Dynasty. Anton is an experienced real estate professional who can get you amazing results whether you are new to Canada or have lived here for a while. Contact Anton at 416-575-5055.
Starlight, we serve the best in Guyanese Chinese cuisine. Dine-in, take-out, and catering for all your occasions. We're located at 1157 Ellesmere Road. Lunch specials, Monday to Friday from 11 to 2:30 for only $5.49. 647-352-4994 or visit instarlight.com. Mortgages can be quite the problem. Enza offers the solution. For all your mortgage needs, count on the expertise of Enza Stefanovic of Canada Mortgage Group. Call her today at 416-457-5761. Ken's Jewelry invites you to their convenient location at 1176 Morningside Avenue in the same plaza as Charlie's at Morningside and Shepherd. Mention this ad and get your jewelry cleaned for free. Ken's Jewelry for the best in traditional West Indian and Canadian style jewelry. On November 22nd, start the festive season off right at Twilight. Harang Mania, featuring the top Harang bands, Los Amigos and Los Pajaros, with guest DJs and hosted by your favorite SKF The Champ. Inside Twilight, doors open at 4 p.m. Reserve your dinner table, limited space available. $10 tickets on sale until October 31st at Twilight or Starlight. For more information, 416-754-6894.
It's time now for some upbeat Caribbean music by Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. Byron Lee and his band, they've played mellow music, nice sentimental instrumental, but they've never failed to give us the upbeat stuff. So here we go with Butterfly, Butterfly.
Last time I meet this girl in a basement party. Reggae song a jamming up, man, I'm feeling high. Putting your hand on the body, moving the waist in and out of the party. Putting your hand on the front, moving the waist round and round. It nice, so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly. Put your foot
In a dimple,
shake up your shoulder,
move up your elbow,
lock your knee,
bend your back,
bring out your hand.
take up your bam bam.
Bam, bam, bam. Hey, wait a minute, hey, bam, 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 bam. But I never see no dance looking sexy like that. Never. Them girl moving like if they're doing acrobat. Putting their hand on the body, moving the waist in and out of the party. Putting their hand on the front, moving the waist round and round. It nice, so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly. Put your foot,
In a dimple,
shake up your shoulder,
move up your elbow,
lock your knee,
bend your back,
bring out your hand.
take up your bam bam.
We come on.
It is now time for our weekly views and insights on As It Happens with Dr. Aleem A.K. Baksh.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright.
My dear viewers, allow me to preface this commentary with the fact that Caribbean TV usually refrains from taking a side politically and endeavors to bring you balanced, neutral commentaries on the issues we cover. Today, allow me to depart from that tradition because at times in life one has to call a spade a spade. And I speak today about Canada's general elections held last Monday. First of all, the outgoing Conservative Party and its leader, Prime Minister Stephen Harper. While global conditions affected the economy and played a role in Canada's dollar being very low compared to the US and is not to be blamed on Mr. Harper, there were many other conditions and policies of his governance that caused concern to many in Canada, mainstream as well as equity-seeking groups. There were draconian anti-terror legislation passed. Mr. Harper left the impression with many that he had tried to tamper with the Supreme Court of Canada. He seemed less than forthright about his involvement in the Senate scandal and the money paid by his assistant Michael Duffy. He did many things. One of the flagrant things that he leaves as a legacy is picking on equity-seeking groups. The niqab issue became controversial. And what was ironic in all of this is that the Conservatives took the 5 Brampton ridings here in the GTA in the last elections. They needed to take those seats again, as well as to not lose seats in the GTA and benefit from the 15 extra seats that were created in the GTA as a result of electoral redistribution. He had certainly campaigned very much in Brampton while propagating this repulsive stance on niqabs, while forgetting that the demographics of Brampton have changed, and if not in the majority, the people of Punjabi origin are in a large proportion in Brampton, and the 5 MPs elected last Monday are from the Punjabi community. How did Mr. Harper expect an equity-seeking group like the Punjabis to embrace him when he was attacking another equity-seeking group in Canada, the women who wear niqabs? He has also not been very veiled in his attacks and his anti-Muslim policies, which equity-seeking groups, regardless of persuasion, must wonder when will it be our turn under such an approach. Mr. Mulcair, the leader of the NDP, took a very principled stand opposing Mr. Harper on the niqab issue. He probably had a toll to pay in Quebec. Mr. Mulcair had served as a cabinet minister in Quebec without scandal or controversy. He seems a decent man. He started the 78-day election campaign seeming as the front runner, but as Justin Trudeau gained momentum, the NDP support dissipated and he was relegated the second party status, not official opposition, in the new parliament. Undoubtedly, Mr. Mulcair has a major contribution to make to public life in Canada, and one expects that in the forthcoming parliament he will play an important role in legislation and legislative debates that go on in those hallowed halls. We wish Mr. Mulcair well as Mr. Harper resigns as leader of the Conservative Party. He will be remembered for his corrosive policies and his attacks on freedom of expression, which covers the niqab issue. He will be remembered for trying to upset individualism and inclusiveness and human rights in the way not only how he postured, but how he tried to implement it. The long waging war after the Federal Court of Canada had pronounced on the niqab issue, his attempt to let the Justice Department get an injunction on the niqab issue, which was rejected. One wonders if the Supreme Court of Canada will bother to give leave for such an appeal. The very Supreme Court of Canada that Mr. Harper is purported to have attacked and tried to influence. Now, Mr. Justin Trudeau. He started off the elections as an underdog. People said the time hadn't come for him. He just wasn't ready. Mr. Trudeau took the attacks and remained very endearing, focused on his economic policies, which include creating a deficit, but with a game plan to overcome that deficit, to create funding for badly needed programs, urgently needed programs across Canada, and to help with infrastructure in urban centres right across this vast country. His game plan sounds feasible. This is not to attack the economic policies of the Conservative government, which, according to Mr. Harper, he leaves office with a balanced set of books. And if this is the reality, he's to be congratulated. But economic and finance policy in any country that have different approaches, let us hope that Mr. Trudeau has the right approaches. Mr. Trudeau did not hang on the coattails of his illustrious, dynamic father, the late Right Honourable Pierre Elliott Trudeau, a true visionary in Canada and one of its most endeared prime ministers. He did not ride on the coattails of his grandfather, Mr. Sinclair, a former federal cabinet minister in Canada. And although he said recently that he remembers them and their inspirations, he isn't focused on them. He did his own thing. He was his own person. He expressed his own persona in all of it. Very embracing, very affable, and he captured a Liberal sweep on Monday night. 184 seats in Parliament, above the 170 needed for a clear majority. 2 days ago, his mother, Margaret Trudeau, who has not been seen publicly in a long time, appeared on TV. She expressed the joy of a mother. It was touching. It was moving. Margaret went through her own issues and struggles as she raised her 3 sons, and she too is to be congratulated for the upbringing of someone who Mr. Harper taunted as Justin at the beginning of the campaign, but who has now transferred to the Right Honourable Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. Caribbean TV warmly congratulates you and the Liberal Party and the many people who are in your caucus, a fine bunch, a bunch that has a different set of demographics. I have been many times in the parliamentary dining room, and if I get to go again, I dare say I would be seeing many members from equity-seeking groups sitting at those tables as Member of Parliaments. Congrats to all of you. Congrats to all who carried out a very vigorous campaign. The Conservatives, the NDP, the Bloc Québécois, the Green Party. You all have your respective contributions that you could still make to public life, as we wish Mr. Trudeau and the new Liberal government, the cabinet of which will be announced on November 4th, the best. We hope that Mr. Trudeau's altruism will not be transformed into scandals by people who surround him and may do wrong. I do believe at a personal level that Mr. Trudeau is an honest, sincere man of the utmost integrity and the best of intention for Canada. My name is Aleem Kader Baksh, calling it as it happens.
There are more questions than answers.
Dr. Aleem A.K. Baksh, a medical doctor specializing in public health and epidemiology, has served as Dean of the Caribbean Medical University and has also been a practicing Toronto lawyer and founding editor and publisher of the Caribbean Times.
Yeah, the more I find out, the less I know.
Are you charged with a criminal offense? Involved in a motor vehicle accident or need a civil litigation lawyer? For effective representation by a competent lawyer of impeccable integrity who is highly respected by the courts, phone Michael A. McKee at 416-928-6611. 416-928-6611. Mortgages can be quite the problem. Enza offers the solution. For all your mortgage needs, count on the expertise of Enza Stefanovic of Canada Mortgage Group. Call her today at 416-457-5761. On November 22nd, start the festive season off right at Twilight. Harang Mania, featuring the top Harang bands, Los Amigos and Los Pajaros, with guest DJs and hosted by your favorite SKF The Champ. Inside Twilight, doors open at 4 p.m. Reserve your dinner table, limited space available. $10 tickets on sale until October 31st at Twilight or Starlight. For more information, 416-754-6894.
Kanchan has been known for giving us some lively chutney music, but really the original of Kaise Bani, which was also sung in an upbeat way by Sundar Popo, is a more mellow song, and we're happy to present it now to you.
For all your financial needs, be they personal or commercial, count on the expertise of Richard Ali, Chartered Professional Accountant. Call him at 647-779-0838.
Our final item is an instrumental Rahi Manawa from the epic film of the 60s, Dosti. Please enjoy.
And this item we dedicate to young Savannah Sogrim, who is celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday from your mom, Cookie Khan, your dad, Mark Sogrim, your brother Brandon, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, Gary and Nikki Khan, and all at Masala TV, not forgetting your cousins, many friends, and all of us here at Caribbean TV, who wish you many happy years to come.
We are at the end of today's show as I leave you once again with the words of the famous Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore. Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings when the dawn is still dark. Have yourselves a great week.